Hi, my name is Fateh Chauhan. I am a CEO of a BPF Solutions, a business and real estate funding company, as well as we provide consulting in accounting, finance, and so on and so forth. But we are also part of the small and medium-sized enterprise, as you are, and we would like to share some of the solutions that are being presented by the Government of Canada to us. And I would like to appreciate the Government of Canada for taking the initiatives that they have taken for our helping us survive and maybe prosper in future, depending upon how quickly we get over this challenge. So the number one, which is the most of it that you are familiar with, is the wage subsidy program. You know, the Government of Canada is giving 75% of your employee wages. That means instead of letting them go, it'll be a lot more advantageous for us to keep them on our payroll and not incur expenses, and we don't need to shut down. Number two is, which is the most crucial at the moment, is working capital. So there are few tools that have come up which would be very useful, and that's the primary purpose of our sharing this information with you today. So number one is 40,000 interest-free loan program. And the Government of Canada has announced this only last week, that if you have a payroll of 50,000 or more, you are eligible for a 40,000 interest-free loan program. And if you pay this loan off by 2022, December, 10,000 will be forgiven. Hence, it's a very generous offer, very immediate offer, and something we can take it for especially small businesses that will be very useful to us. And second, the most important program is actually availability of the working capital. So there are two sections of it. Number one is being administered by EDC, which is Export Development Corporation of Canada. They can provide you a combination of loan or line of credit of $6.25 million. And by the way, you don't have to be an exporter. EDC is simply being a conduit in providing the funding via banks and the credit unions. And the second channel of that working capital being facilitated is BDC, which is the Business Development Bank of Canada. Again, BDC is not going to administer all the funds. It will be one channel, but they will also channel this money through the banks and credit unions. But the funds administered through BDC will be only as a term loan. So the qualifications at the moment, we are not specifically sure at the moment what they would be, and they'll be announced, but one of the things is very common sense, that you must be able to service the debt and that your survivability is possible during this time. So the question comes in, what are the challenges in getting these loans? So the number one challenge would be that there are every business is in a bad situation at the moment. Everybody will apply. The amount of money in demand would be a lot higher than the availability. Hence, the institutions will be more selective. So hence, you must be prepared to apply in time. And number two, that your paperwork should be ready and to demonstrate that you are qualified. So the question comes up, how can BPF be helpful? So there are 3-4 steps that we can point out where we will be useful. Number one is, we'll keep you updated of all the development that's happening in this field. Number two is, we can help you or your accountants to get your paperwork ready so that you are properly qualified as well as can make a request for a maximum amount of money possible. And number 3 is we ascertain your eligibility of the loans and lines of credit, so that you're not applying for $6 million and you're only qualified for $200,000. So we'll fix your eligibility requirement based on the information that becomes available, so that you're applying for the right amount of money and your application doesn't get declined. And number 4 is that we can represent you, as we normally do most of our clients, in getting these funds and so on and so forth. In that case, we'll work with your team, and our team will work with them in preparing the proper package, proper application, and so on and so forth. Now, these are the only things I'm going to share with you. And if you have any further questions and all that, please don't hesitate in contacting us. Our phone number is 416-222-2909, and our email is info@bpfsolutions.com. So you can give us a call, leave a message, or send an email, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.